My approach to learning. So learning is in steps. I have a 4-step process that I use in my learning approach. So first, I investigate the digital technology. I think it is important before we start a project that we understand the technology that we're using. So for example, in the expression module, I worked with Vyond in animation software, and I took the tutorial before I selected digital storytelling as my area, my subject of interest. In addition, in the construction module, before I made my PowerPoint, I played around with the action button and learned how to animate the home button in Nextera. So for example, in this video, I am inserting a backpack into the slide. As you can see, I'm pretty familiar with this digital format. I can make the backpack larger, smaller. I can insert any object I want with the props. So the second step in my process is brainstorming. So for example, in the inquiry module, my subject of interest was architecture, but before I chose architecture, I made a list and I made a mind map of things I would want. So I have teaching as another one that I came up with, music education, and interior design. The third step in my process is filling out the project plan. So the project plan is really a guide that helps me develop my project before I start it. So it's kind of like an outline or a rough draft. So I inserted images of the expression module project plan. It really does give you a guide, and it also provides a rubric for what you're going to be graded on. And then lastly, I work on the project. So in this video, I'm working on the construction module. I'm inserting one of the options and putting in an action button and animating it. So once you're familiar with the digital technology and once you have an outline, it's very easy to create your PowerPoint or your digital story because you have the guide to do so.